Hello, this is Pragya Bakshi Sharma at 6 p.m. bringing to you the top stories from our Noida studios of Republic. Beginning with the shelter home in Delhi, owned by the Delhi government, which saw the death of 14 patients mentally challenged due to negligence. In 1 month, 14 people have died in the shelter home. From January till date, 28 people have died in the shelter home. We are investigating this case closely. The second story that I am getting to you today is when the Samajwadi Party MP was confronted by Republic, he evaded our questions, he evaded the Republic cameras. This is pertaining to the Ayodhya gang rape horror case in which the SP MP was seen sitting closely on numerous occasions with the accused Moeed Khan. The third story that we are bringing to you today is from Jammu, where a Hizbul terrorist, while on bail, went missing. He is on the run. It's a big security lapse in the valley in the Jammu region, particularly which has seen back-to-back terror attacks. This and more after the headlines.
Presenting by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Padho, kuch bano.
21 जुलाई को
लिखा मैम?
ये 21 एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को लिखा गया है, यानी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर को लिखने की जरूरत पड़ रही है, वो यहाँ आते नहीं है। उनको लिखा गया है, उसके बावजूद भी कुछ हुआ नहीं था और बाद में ये डेथ्स हुई है उसके।
13 children mysteriously die in 20 days at Delhi shelter home. AAP government orders probe in the case. Big update in Delhi tragedy, coaching death probe. High Court now transfers probe to CBI, CVC to also monitor the case. Over 300 killed in Wayanad, but Rahul on a political tourism. Rescue workers blocked as brother-sister duo visit spot. Death toll stands at 308 in Wayanad. Rescue operations continue on war footing for a fourth straight day. After backing 2 bronze medals, all eyes are now on Manu Bhaker as she enters finals of women's 25-meter pistol.
Presenting by Royal Global University. Northeast can't wait. Padho, kuch bano.
A shelter home in North Delhi's Rohini has come under the scanner over a spate of unexplained deaths of inmates this month. Asha Kiran, which houses children battling mental illness, is run by the Delhi government. The spate of deaths at the facility has stoked a fresh political firestorm, with the BJP gunning for the ruling AAP. Here's a report.
Under fire over the coaching center deaths. The Aam Aadmi Party government is now facing opposition heat over a spate of mystery deaths at a shelter home in Delhi. As many as 14 deaths were reported at Asha Kiran in July alone. The sub-divisional magistrate conducted a probe at the shelter home for mentally ill children in Rohini. The facility is run by the Delhi government. Meanwhile, amid the outrage over the deaths, Delhi Minister Atishi absolved the government officials running the home even before the probe. Atishi claimed that none of the government officials running the home had anything to do with the deaths.
मुझे लगता है कि अभी ये कहना कि प्राथमिक तौर पर क्या कारण है, ये उचित नहीं होगा। ये इसलिए उचित नहीं होगा क्योंकि जब तक इंक्वायरी रिपोर्ट नहीं आती है, हमें भी किसी प्रकार की अफवाह में विश्वास करना और अफवाह फैलाने पे थोड़ा सा हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि जैसा मैंने कहा, इनमें से कई ऐसे पेशेंट्स हैं जिनको मल्टीपल कोमॉर्बिडिटीज़ थी। और अगर आप देखिए कि कई ऐसे जो कुछ लोगों की डेथ भी हुई है, उनमें से कुछ लोग इस महीने से पहले जून से ही हॉस्पिटल में एडमिटेड थे। तो आई थिंक हमें पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट का इंतज़ार करना चाहिए।
Speaking to Republic, SDM Manish Chandra said that the deaths were much higher than last year. Questioning the drinking water source at the facility, the SDM said that the postmortem on the victims will shed light on the cause of their deaths.
तो जब हमने इसके बारे में वहाँ के डिप्टी डायरेक्टर से पूछा, जो उसका देखभाल करते हैं, जो इंचार्ज हैं, तो उन्होंने ये बताया कि उन्होंने भी एडमिट किया कि संख्या तो ज़्यादा हुई है, और लेकिन चूँकि बच्चों के पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट अभी तक नहीं आए हैं, तो एग्जैक्ट रीज़न वो लोग नहीं बता पाए, और उनका कहना है कि हम पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट की वेट कर रहे हैं।
BJP spokesperson Shehzad Poonawala accused the Aam Aadmi Party government of failing to ensure the basic upkeep of the inmates.
बेसमेंट के बाद अब दिल्ली सरकार मौत के शेल्टर होम चला रही है। जी हाँ, दिल्ली सरकार के द्वारा चलाए गए शेल्टर होम में, आशा किरण शेल्टर होम में लगभग 27 लोगों की मृत्यु हुई है 7 महीने में, और एक ही महीने में ये आंकड़ा 13 और 14 पार कर गया। ज़्यादातर जो लोग वो अपनी जान गंवा बैठे हैं वो 20 से 30 साल की उम्र के हैं। बताया जा रहा है कि उनको अलग अलग प्रकार की इन्फेक्शंस और अलग अलग तरह की बीमारियां हुई। 2 बॉडीज़ की अभी तक पोस्टमार्टम सरकारी हॉस्पिटल में नहीं हो पाए हैं। इसका मतलब कि कवर अप किया जा रहा है, किसी न किसी प्रकार से इस मामले को दबाया जा रहा है।
BJP leader Shazia Ilmi also voiced her outrage over the deaths.
मुझे अफसोस के साथ कहना पड़ रहा है कि आशा किरण में जहां लगातार मौतों की बात सुनने को आ रही है, वो भी बच्चों की, और वो बच्चे जो कि दिव्यांग हैं, मानसिक रूप से जो विकलांग है, उनके साथ पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है वहां पे कि 27 बच्चों की मौत हुई है। बेसुध वो पाए गए और एक एक करके उनकी मौतें हुई हैं। और ये पहला वाकया नहीं है, लगातार पिछले 11 सालों से इन बच्चों की रहस्यमय तरीके से मौतें हो रही हैं। वहाँ की हालत इतनी खराब है, और सोचिए वो मेंटली चैलेंज बच्चे हैं।
At a loss to explain the deaths of 3 aspiring civil servants at a flooded basement of a coaching center, the Aam Aadmi Party now faces more scrutiny over the Asha Kiran fatalities.
In a big security lapse in Jammu, a Hizbul terrorist who triggered a grenade blast in Jammu in 2019 went missing while out on bail. A high alert was sounded across Jammu after the matter came to light. Here's a report with all the latest details.
Amid concerns over the rising incidents of terror in the valley, a major security lapse in Jammu and Kashmir came to light. A Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist who was out on bail in a blast case went missing. Yasir Javed was apprehended for carrying out a grenade blast at a Jammu bus stand in March 2019. The attack left 1 dead and 28 injured. However, since he was a minor at the time of commission of the crime, he managed to secure bail. Javed was reported missing from his residence in Kulgam. A high alert was sounded across Jammu after the matter came to light,
where the posters are being posted by the Jammu and Kashmir police. This was the same bus stand that was attacked during in 2019 March by this terrorist Yasir Javed. At that time he was juvenile, and taking the advantage of the same, he was given bail. But all of a sudden, from his house in the South Kashmir's Kulgam district, he has gone missing. And now the officials from the bus stand police station, where the FIR of that case was also registered, they are pasting the posters of this terrorist here, and also asking the locals that if they get any information about this terrorist.
With the forces battling a surge in terror attacks, the missing Hizbul man has added to the security worries in the valley.
A red-faced Kerala government was forced to issue a clarification on an official communication by the Principal Secretary, Disaster Management, to his counterpart in the Science and Technology Department, asking institutions not to undertake any field visits in Wayanad. The clarification has introduced an intriguing new subplot to the war of words over the centre's claim that the ruling left ignored red flags about an impending ecological disaster in the district. Watch this report.
The Kerala government clarified a controversial official communication asking scientists and scientific institutes from conducting field visits to Wayanad. Chief Secretary Dr. Venu V put out a note clarifying that the letter wasn't issued with the intention of stopping field visits in landslide-hit Wayanad.
After the Indian Army constructed the Bailey Bridge, the rescue and research work are going at a massive speed. What you see is a large number of heavy machineries have now reached the area where it has caused catastrophe, and what you see is these huge machinery, the Hitachi machines, the excavators coming over here, all to search for the bodies of people who have gone down the riverbed.
He added that the letter wasn't meant to prevent scientific statements or opinions that may be misinterpreted. The letter was issued by the Principal Secretary of Disaster Management to his counterpart in the Science and Technology Department. BJP spokesperson Shehzad Poonawalla meanwhile called out the quote-unquote Talibani fatwa to ban scientists from visiting Wayanad. The letter specifically sought prevention of field visits by the state's scientific institutes to a notified disaster-affected area. The letter row comes at a time the state and the centre are locked in a blame game over the devastating Wayanad landslides that has killed over 300. Union Home Minister Amit Shah claimed in Parliament that the centre issued warnings to the Kerala government over the situation in Wayanad. However, the Kerala government refuted the centre's claim, saying only an orange alert was issued.
How unfortunate a situation our people are going through. So this is not the time to speak about that, but it's quite unfortunate that such a statement has happened because we do have the data. Disaster Management Authority has the data. Everywhere in Kerala, we do have landslide probable areas. I'm coming from a district called Pathanamthitta, which includes Sabarimala. We do have 350 areas. So every time what we do is that whenever there is a possibility of red alert is given, we ask the people to move. Here it's what's the orange alert.
Amid the political bickering over the Kerala catastrophe, the larger question is the ruling left jittery over field visits to Wayanad?
The scale of the destruction caused by multiple landslides in Wayanad has become painfully clear. These landslides have torn through landscapes of Wayanad, leaving hundreds dead and several missing. Take a look at Republic's report from Ground Zero.
Multiple landslides. Houses washed away. Hundreds killed, several missing. Wayanad is suffering. An entire village has been washed off. This is Manoj, a welder who lost 26 of his family members.
The trail of destruction that has been witnessed in Wayanad has stories which are extremely painful. Some of them are so painful it's difficult to comprehend whether something like this can happen to somebody. Manoj today has lost 26 of his relatives, and the photos of his relatives are there with him. These relatives have been staying in this locality in multiple, about 5 homes, and today he is standing by the riverside looking for any sign.
Many others have similar tragedies to share.
This raging waters in Churamala has brought immeasurable tears to thousands of people. The rocks and the rubble that fell from all the way from there has swept away many homes, in fact hundreds of homes. But yet the kin of these victims are still waiting in anticipation and with bated breath to find if their relatives, remains of their relatives can be found. Joining me is Manoj, who has lost his family members. Let's ask him what is his story. So Manoj, how many people have you lost?
4 members lost, and 5 members, 1 member hospital admitted.
And who are these people whom you have lost?
4 members missing.
They are?
4 members missing, and my father and mother, brother, and 2 kids.
And
Rescue operations are underway on a war footing.
after the Indian Army constructed the Bailey Bridge, the rescue and research work are going at a massive speed. What you see is a large number of heavy machineries have now reached the area where it has caused catastrophe.
Families torn apart, communities shattered, and a land forever scarred. Nature's wrath has been unleashed. The scars of this disaster will linger long, but Wayanad shall rise again.
Republic is constantly reporting from ground zero in Wayanad. We are also tracking the monsoon mayhem in Himachal and Uttarakhand. We will get you more on these stories after the break.